Hi Angie and Connie. I just thought I'd do a quick video to show you what I've been doing in the last couple of days and just to talk about the images, to actually walk you through the process that I'm using so that you can understand why I'm asking you to do what you're doing and how involved it actually is. Let's go and have a look at how I process the photos to get them here. Alright, so first off, if I go into my Gmail account, up here on the right hand side is a little 9 dots, and if I click on that I can access my Google Drive very easily. And Connie has shared with me and with yourself Angie, the folder for website content. So normally when you go into click on that and open your drive, you'll come straight into your drive. Because Connie has shared this with us, it will be under the shared with me. So if you open your drive and click on shared with me, it will show you all the folders that have been shared with you. And this one here that Connie has shared is called website content. Now I'm just going to rename that. I don't know whether that will rename on yours or not, but I'm just going to put FGO in front of that so that it's easy for me to know that it's the Forever Geo website. As you can see, I've got other people that have shared folders with me. For example, another volunteer job that I do, this is Adventures Without Borders, which is a travel company in Cambodia that I've been helping with their website. So as you can see, I have quite a few things shared with me and I need to be able to identify what they are. Connie, when you look at that now on the Forever Geo, I think you'll still just say website content to you. I don't think you see the rename, but you might, I don't know. Anyway, so Angie, what you'd be looking for is the folder called website content. If you wanted to rename that, you click on the 3 dots and choose rename. And if not, then you just double click on it and open it up. Now inside this folder, I've created a couple of new folders for the photos. So the originals, which I've already processed, so I've already resized and compressed these photos. But these are the originals prior to the compression. If you ever want to go back to find the original photo, the original size, this is where it's stored. Okay, then I've got I'll jump over the photos new. Photos resized is where I've actually stored the photos, the original ones that I have already resized and compressed. And what I've done here is I've split them into different folders within that folder so that I can easily find the images that we're looking for. So if we're looking for photos to do an image gallery on the events page to do with the Cancun reunion in 2018, all of the photos are in there. Okay, if I go back to photos, the same with the Turk and Caicos. Back to photos, the same with Cancun, etc. So you can see there my naming format. I'm putting the year, and if I have the month, I put the month there. If I haven't, then I haven't put it. And doing it this way, you can see that the latest ones are always going to be towards the bottom. I've also created a folder called headers. So these are just the images that are fairly large images. They're the 1900 by about 1000, and they're all the images that I'm using here at the top of the page on these main pages on the navigation. Okay, so these images that we're seeing right here on screen are those large header images. So let me just flip back to where I was. Now what I would like to happen is that any new photos that you want added to the website get added to the photos new album here. Angie, the photos that you sent me through the messenger for Gerard Blitz, I've added here already. what I did with those from Messenger. I downloaded them onto my computer. I've also downloaded the Opio photos that you put on Messenger, and I've renamed all of these photos. So I have to download those individually. I then have to go into it and change the name and rename everything so that I know what the photo is. So it would be really good before anyone uploaded a photo into this new folder here in the Google Drive if they actually identified what the photo was. The first action I do is I download the photo. So I've done that at the moment from the Messenger. However, so that we can store the photos all in the same place and them not being all over the place, the best place to put them would be in this Photos New folder. Then I would come to here, I would download the photo. Once I've downloaded it, I would rename it. I also put the file size on it because that gives me an idea of what size I can resize it to. These are what they call hero images. They're commonly half the width of the page is text and the other half of the width of the page is an image. And as you can see, this one is a landscape image, and I've actually made, because of that, I've made the text to be 2/3 of the page and the image just to be 1/3. So to enable me to do that, it's good to know the size of the actual images. Okay, so I've downloaded all the images from the Messenger and I've renamed them all. Okay, so now I want to upload the new photos that I have downloaded and renamed, and to do that you need to be in the folder that you want to add the photos to. And in this case, all the photos should be added to the Photos New folder, and then I can process them from there. So once you've got the Photos New folder open, you can see the title up here that this is the folder that we're in. You can come over here to New on the left hand side and click on that and go File Upload. And once that's open, you can then just find wherever they are on your computer. So in my particular case, I've already saved them in a folder called Files New. I can select all of those photos and just click on Open. I need to download them anyway to resize them, so what I generally do is I just download them all onto my computer and then I work on resizing from there. So we still need to compress these images to make them smaller. What we're aiming for is somewhere between 150 to 200. If it's a header image, well, if it's a little bit bigger than 200, that's okay. So there's an online program, there's lots of online programs actually, but there's one that I've been playing with that I quite like. So it's called imageresizer.com, but it does more than resize. You can resize your images here. If you don't have a facility like I did on my computer where I can just automatically do it, then it's a good alternative to have a go at that if you ever want to do it. But the reason that I use it is to compress the images. So over here on the menu I select Compress, and you can see now the titles here is changed to Compressor. So I simply select the images that I want to compress, and I'm only going to select the ones that I've resized, and I'm going Open. It uploads the images that are to be resized, and then it automatically compresses them. Don't have to do a thing, it's all automatic. And once it's compressed, and you can see how much it's doing it by, 64%, 67%. So it's just taking out a lot of background information that's not required and giving us a smaller size file that will make our web work more efficiently. So I've just downloaded all of those into my download folder. Okay, so from there we can now upload those images to the website, or alternatively what I'm going to do here, just showing you, is that now I can come back to our website content folder and come into Photos Resized. and go to the FGO folder, and I can simply drag and drop those images that have been resized and compressed that are ready to go up onto the website into that folder. And Connie, for you, if you're needing to explain to someone else how to do that, now that they have been resized and they're all okay, we can come into the media library and add media, and again drag and drop and select those 4 files. So now we have a permanent record of them on the Google Drive in the original size and the resized. And we only need to upload to the media library the photos that we want to include in the gallery